And for the second time in 2 days, President Trump signaled that he does plan to send the National Guard to Chicago. This all comes after he pulled back on a possible deployment, saying Governor Pritzker would need to ask for help to fight crime in the city. On the White House lawn this morning, though, he doubled down, saying he plans to send troops to Chicago after Memphis.
So I'm going to go to Chicago early against Pritzker. Pritzker's nothing. If Pritzker was smart, he'd say, please come in. So last week, over the last week and a half, 11 people in Chicago were killed, murdered, and 38 were shot. And then Pritzker, and by the way, this is going on constantly. If they lose less than 6 or 7 people a week with murder, they're doing a great job in their opinion. Chicago is a death trap, and I'm going to make it just like I did with D.C., just like I'll do with Memphis.
So reaction to the president's plans is divided along party lines, as you might imagine. Both the governor and mayor didn't mince words while responding to the president's return focus. Political reporter Ann Ahern here now with more on what they had to say.
Such a changing story, on again, off again. The president's advisors were warning him of legal challenges since the governor did not ask for federal help. Attorney General Pam Bondi hinted last week the administration would go to cities who, quote, want us there. This morning, Governor Pritzker did not hold back in his criticism of this new strategy to now focus again on Chicago.
You can't take anything that he says seriously from one day to the next. He's attacking verbally. Sometimes he attacks sending his agents in. Sometimes he forgets. I think he might be suffering from some dementia. And the next day he'll wake up on the other side of the bed and stop talking about Chicago. It is the president. It is Kristi Noem, who wasn't even willing to answer questions today. She was here for a few hours, unwilling to answer questions about what they're doing on the ground, unwilling to tell us what ICE is going to do over the next coming weeks. What we know is that Gregory Bovino, who seems to be in charge of the operations here, has a history of acting in ways that are quite violent against people, many of whom are not criminals.
And the governor says that the feds did not notify him today of this new increased attention.
All right, what about Mayor Johnson? What's his reaction?
Yes, as you might imagine, the mayor as well. He is frustrated by the lack of coordination and was more animated, more passionate in his opposition than usual.
We are not split on this issue. The fact of the matter is, no one has asked me to send federal troops into this city to make it safe. It has never come up. It never came up during the campaign. It's never come up in the first 2 years. The fact of the matter is, we are driving violence down on this city, and we're using every single resource that's available to us. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities.
We should note, however, on the other side of the aisle, there is debate on this issue. There is support for the ICE raids. The Illinois Senate Republican caucus does say, quote, if Governor Pritzker and Chicago leaders refuse to do their jobs, the federal government has both the right and the duty to act. Late this afternoon, the governor also posted publicly more than 20 questions that he has for the Trump administration about this increase in the ICE raids.
All right, Marianne, so much to follow. It changes so quickly.
Yes.
It's hard to keep up with sometimes. We appreciate it.
Thank you.